to start with chaining with a slip stitch. And then I'm going to make 26 chains. Once I have my 26 chains, I'm going to start working on the first row. Sorry, to work on the first row, you're going to skip the next stitch, and then into the second last, you're going to make a single crochet, and then into the next one, make another single crochet. So for this entire row, we're going to be working in single crochets because we are starting with making the base of our mesh bag. So continue working up to the end of the row, and then I'll meet you there. So this is how your row 1 is going to be looking like. You're going to have a total of 25 single crochets. To work in row 2, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work, and you're going to work in this first stitch here and make a single crochet. For this row, you're going to just repeat and make single crochets all through. So you are going to continue with this until you get up to row 11, and then I'll meet you there, but you're going to be repeating rows of single crochets. So this is going to be the bottom of my bag. If you want a bigger bag, you will increase the number of chains that you make. For example, because I had 26 chains, you can increase the number up to, I don't know, 30, 40, so that the bag can be a bit longer and a bit bigger, depending on what you want to do with the bag. So now that I have the base of my bag, we're going to start working on the body of the bag. To work on the body of the bag, you're going to chain 1 and turn to the short side, and you're going to start working the single crochets into this side. So work about, because we made 11 rows, you're going to make a total of 11 single crochets on this side. Nine, 10, and 11. So I have my 11 single crochets on this short side, and now we are going to turn onto this long side, and you're going to start working the single crochets on this side also. So because our row was 26 chains, you're going to make sure you have 26 single crochets on this side. Make them up to this side, and then I'll meet you again. I've made my 26 single crochets. We've reached on the short side, and for the short side, as I said before, because we have 11 rows, you're going to make 11 single crochets also on this side. Single crochets, and then to this other side where you have your 26 single crochets, make 26 single crochets, make another 26 single crochets until you get to the end point and make a slip stitch, and then we're going to start working on row 2 of the body. to work on row 2, you're going to start with chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to make a double crochet in the same stitch. So here at this point, and that's my first cluster. And then you're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and into the third make a double crochet, and then chain 1 and another double crochet. Skip 2, into the third make a double crochet and a chain, and then a double crochet into the same stitch. That's how it's going to be looking like. So skip 2, double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet into the same stitch. So on the short side we have the 4 clusters, and then skip 2. Now we have transitioned to the long side. So double crochet, chain 1 into the same stitch, another double crochet. Skip 2, into the third, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the same stitch. Skip 2, double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet into the same space. Skip 2, double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet into the same space. So you're going to repeat this for the entire row. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, skip 2, and repeat the same pattern again up to the end of the row. Then I'll meet you there. Skip the last 2 and make a slip stitch into the third chain you made of the 4 chains. This is how it's going to be looking like, and this side, that's how it's going to be looking like. So for this first row we are going to be having a total of 24 clusters. So to work on row 2, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work like that. So you're going to be working inside out of this bag. So now we are not going to be working on the V shapes, we're going to be working on the chains that we skipped. So yarn in the first chain that you skipped, because you were skipping 2 and then making a double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet. So at this point you're going to pull like that and make a double crochet, then chain 2, and then into the second stitch that we skipped, make your other double crochet like that, and you have your first V. So into the second one we skip 2 also, so chain in, pull, and then chain 1, and then into the second one here that we skipped, make your other double crochet like that. So between these spaces, the 2 stitches that we skipped, make your first double crochet on the first stitch, chain 1, and into the second one again. So into these 2, so the first double crochet here, chain 1, and the other one here at this point, chain 1 and into the same space. So between them, the 2 you skipped, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So you're going to repeat this up to the end of the row, and then I'll meet you for our next row. That's how your row 2 is going to be looking like. To work on our row 3, chain 1 and turn your work again. So now we are going to be working on this row that we made, the row, was it row 1? Yeah. So yarn in into these V shapes here. You're going to make your double crochet, chain 2, and then into this space still your double crochet like that. And then in between these two V's there is the first row. So in here, double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet into the same spot like that. So in between these two V's there's this one here. So double crochet into this point, chain 1, double crochet, and then into this space in between these two, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So in between them, this row 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So you're going to repeat this up to the end of the row. So that's how your bag is going to start taking shape. So for row 4, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. So for row 4, we are going to be working with row 2, the row 2 that you made, this one here. So yarn in and then into this spot will your double crochet like that, and then chain 2 into the same space, make your double crochet. I hope you can see how we are making the pattern. So skip these ones. So into the previous row, double crochet, chain 1 into this spot, again double crochet. So into the previous double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Into the next one here, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet like that. Into this one, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So it's not the previous row, but the previous row before the previous row. So one row down. So chain 1 and turn your work, and then you're going to work in row 3. So yarn in into this space here, pull your double crochet, then chain 2 and double crochet into the same stitch, and then into this row 3, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So this spot here. So into row 3. Row number 17, you're going to repeat this pattern. For example, if you've made row 3, it's going to be paired with row 1. If you've made row 4, it's with row 2. So it's not the previous row, it's the previous before the previous row. So that's how you're going to be working into this, and it's going to be forming a zigzag pattern. So if you want, you can make it multicolored and use different colors for the bag instead of using just one color. So that's how the pattern is going to be looking like. So once you've made the number of rows that you want, so I'm in row 17. So for this row, we're going to be making a bit differently. So chain 1 and then turn your work. So into the previous row, you're going to make a half double crochet. So not a double crochet, like that. Then chain 1 into the same stitch, a half double crochet. So you yarn through all 3 loops. So into the next one, like that, chain 1, same spot, like that. So you're not going to be making a double crochet, but instead a half double crochet. So that's the end of my row 17. So for row 18, I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. So I'm going to make a slip stitch into this, the V, when I have my slip stitch like that, I'm going to chain one and make a half double crochet into the space, and another one, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 half double crochet, and then in the next one I'm going to make a single crochet. So in the next one, 5 sorry 5 half double crochet, and then a single crochet. So 5 half double crochet, then a single crochet. So it's going to look like that. So continue with your 5 half double crochets, and then your single crochet. So 5 half double crochets, and then a single crochet stitch. So continue with this up to the end of the row. So I've cut off my yarn, sorry, and this is how it's going to be looking like. So I'm going to go to this point here, and I'm going to attach my yarn so that I can start making the back strap like that, and then I'm going to chain one and then make a double crochet, no, half double crochet into the same spot like that. And then I'm going to start making the back strap just like that. So yarn into that side, that's how it's going to be looking like. So So I'm going to repeat that until I have the number of chains that I want. So this is the length of the cord that I've made. It's stretchable because I wasn't putting my yarn too close together, and I joined it to the other side using a slip stitch. But if you have another way of making a bag strap that you want for your bag, you can make it. So this is the full tutorial of my bag. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.